This is fielded a couple yards deep. And some room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Great beginning there under the bright lights of primetime.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in primetime is on you.
Now Cousins. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Cousins to throw it. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 44, Cousins open here, Adam Thielen. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a second and 14. Play action now. Cousins. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Check, 47. Let's go, team.
3rd and long for Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, hard. 180. 47. Push him back. Push him back.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They complete it to Hill. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there, good for his Saints, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Throwing, Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on fourth down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins looking deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Yellow waiting. Right 54. Right 54. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Well, this is caught by Gibb. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. Second down and goal. Breeze, the quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tech, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.